What's up, T Squad slash sub? So listen, I apologize for being late with the Love and Hip Hop reviews. I honestly really just didn't feel like doing them, bitch. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that bell, become the notification gang. And if you really rock with my channel, like y'all say y'all do, make sure you watch those ads. Y'all know the formalities. They're gonna be scroll down here at the bottom. Love and Hip Hop New York Season 10, Episode 5, X's and O's. It starts out with Jeannie skis in the studio. I will say this. I think Jeannie Ski does have what it takes. I just don't want them to turn her into a Nicki Cardi by proxy. You understand what I'm saying? I want her to have her own look, her own flow, her own sound, her own wave. It's like whenever I look at her, the first thing I think about is Nicki with the Cardi B voice. But for what it's worth, I really do enjoy hearing her in the studio. She's actually quite dope. Even though she's young, she's actually quite dope. She invites Rich as well as Fresher with a PH down to the studio. Rich shows up first, and she's only invited him there basically to apologize for what happened during the showcase. But in my opinion, I don't feel like she has anything to apologize about. If it wasn't for Jen, extra weirded out baby mama gutter snipe ass coming up there acting a plumb fool, there wouldn't have been none of that. None of that had to happen in the very beginning. Fresher with a PH decides to show up, and she basically offers him up an apology too. Still confused as to why she's apologizing, but I do appreciate the fact that she really got his ass together in the way that he really needed to hear, which is, you can't even get your broad together. So how can I expect for you to do anything for me? And I was so here for Jeannie Ski for that, because she was absolutely solitary right. And my whole thing about Fresher is, you had one song that hit the airwaves. I believe it was a song and or remix, but you was on it. Now all of a sudden you got a little piece of change. Now you're trying to sit here and become this big music mogul and trying to get it the way Diddy did it. And I'm sorry, Fresher, I just don't see it for you. Especially with the way that your baby mama running around town acting a complete fool and a project baby and so uncouth and I just don't see it for you. I honestly feel like you need to just carry your ass back into the studio and just keep putting out albums. I mean, that's a good route for you. But this whole trying to be Lucius Lion thing, that shit ain't coming. It ain't gonna happen for you, Fresher. I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to squander on anybody's dreams, but I'm 31 years old. I know what I'm talking about. Safari tries to apologize to Erica Mena. Is really not much there, but I will say this, Safari. The only thing she wants you to do is own it. Stop lying. Stop trying to act like you don't. Quit pulling a Yandy Smith, no Harris. And just say, listen, it happened. I did it. I'm sorry. I apologize. I own that. That's the only thing we want you to do. But other than that, I ain't getting into all of that. Remy and Pat go to dinner to talk about their career and parenting. Pat was like, listen, you could go off to Miami and work on your album. You could just leave the baby with me. And Remy says, oh, no, ma'am. I'm not about to sit here and leave my baby with you. You ain't got no titties. And she's still on the titty milk. And she said, child, I don't even think I can breast pump that much milk to just sit there and leave her way over here with you while I'm going down south working on an album. And Lord knows how long it's going to take for that album to get finished. But I'm really glad that they came to a compromise, and I can appreciate that. Jen kicking Fresher with a PH up out the house, feeling like he's not respecting his family. Jen, I don't like you. I don't like you. I feel like you are going to wind up being the biggest downfall to whatever career may lie ahead for Fresher. And the thing that gets me about Jen is, it would be one thing if you walked up and you saw them flirting and kissing and hugging and all up on each other, she twerking on your man like these no good ass white women and They was sitting there having a civil conversation. He had grabbed her hand just to say, hey, listen, I'm sorry. I'm here for you. We can get this done, this, that, and this. You the one that show up acting a complete asshole. And the thing that bothers me about Fresher is, I'm not, like, that's another reason why I'm glad Jeannie got you together the way that she did in that studio, because she's absolutely right. Boy, if you don't grab your damn nuts and let her know that what she did was completely wrong. It was completely unorthodox. It shouldn't have never happened. There were so many record execs there. You came up there, saw one thing, and completely showed your ass. And you not only made a fool of yourself, but you made a fool of me as well. And I'm still trying to get into this starting a label crowd that everybody else was in. That's the thing that bothers me about Fresher. I feel like he's the type of nigga, excuse me, he's the type of dude, scratch that out, he's the type of dude that loves a confrontation with his girlfriends. I done met plenty of dudes like that. They love to make their girlfriends upset and makes them and fighting over them and this, that, and the third. I never understood why, but there are dudes that are out there like that. And I'm sorry, Fresher. I just don't think that you trying to start a label is the thing for you. I still say you just need to go on ahead, get you have you a whole nother song, and make an album. Like, you need to pick a struggle. I just don't see you starting a label anytime soon, especially not with that gutter snipe of a baby mama that you got. Safari meets up with Tahiry for salsa lessons for the wedding, and Tahiry gives some good advice. I can appreciate Tahiry's role, but I'm so sick of her being the Yala Van Zandt of the New York circuit. Like, Tahiry, I'm going to need for you to get you some business, or you need to just go on ahead and go back to Miami where the hell you was at. And it ain't no shade, sis. You know, I love me some Tahiry, but I'm going to need for her to actually do something. I'm sick of we only seeing Tahiry when Erica and Safari are going through something and Safari comes to talk to her. Like, I need something more from Tahiry. Sin is in the studio working on music, God knows why. And Sin tells Joe what she heard from Jonathan and messy ass Juju. We gonna come back to that. Rich takes Jeannie to Hot 97 to do an interview with DJ K Slay. Shout out to DJ K Slay. And Rich tells her that he wants to work with her exclusively because of everything that he's done for her already. And I will have to agree. Fresher with a PH has done absolutely not a goddamn thing to further this girl's music career or further prove to her that he's all in with her. And that's only because he doesn't know anybody. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know no better. I'm not understanding who put this idea in his head and why he decided to get on national TV with this nonsense. He's not ready for none of that. He don't have enough footing in the game. He doesn't know anybody to pull them kind of moves. So I'm really glad that she finally saw the light and she said, Rich, yeah, that's my homeboy, but this is my career. This is something that I've been wanting, and you have done way more for me in weeks than he has done in months of me knowing him. So I'm really glad that she went on ahead and signed that dotted line. And shout out to Rich. Y'all know I always make fun of Rich and his jerry curl fade that's parted to the left-hand side or the right-hand side. But he knows what he's doing. He done had 20 plus years experience in this game before Diddy stole all his damn funds. So, you know, he know what he doing. He know people, and he can open up more doors for her than Fresher with a PH ever could. Safari does a romantic dinner for Erica to make things right. I really can appreciate that. I'm really glad that he did take Tahiry's advice and went on ahead and owned up to the mistake that he made. And I'm really glad that Erica cleared up that she's not upset that he invited Yandy, because they don't have a problem with each other. The both of them done established that already. Her whole problem was that he continued to lie to her about it. I'm really glad that they got over that. I really hope that Safari continues to be a grown-ass man and continue to always be honest and tell the truth, because that's just what you're supposed to do when you're about to get married to somebody and you're about to make somebody your wife. But Erica Mena, this is what you could do for me to get on my good side. Go in your closet and take out all of them husky ass fur words up out the closet. Then you'll be all right with me. send Jonathan and Erica Mena meet up to talk. And Jonathan needs to stay out of the female drama. That's what I have written down for a storyline. And I absolutely believe that. Jonathan doesn't have anything going on. He's just up here playing everybody good Judy, and there's nothing wrong with that by all means. Work ain't honest but to pay the bills. But Jonathan, listen, I'm so sick and tired of your storylines being everybody else's, and you're always in the midst of the female drama and the female angst and the female antics. Like, there has to be something else going on with you, Jonathan, other than that dusty ass perfume line that ain't nobody ever gonna wear or buy. Like, I just want you to busy yourself, Jonathan. That's gonna be my new slogan on my next merchandise, y'all. Busy yourself. And I'm gonna have his face in the background. Busy yourself. I'm just sick of Jonathan at this point. I will say this. Erica Mena was not fazed by Sin Santana's crocodile tears. And I mean, listen, some of y'all don't agree with me when I say this, but oh the hell well. She's the one that called off the engagement. She's the one that moved out. And she was also the one that went on Instagram dancing and laughing and lollygagging, saying she living her best life and she living her life like it's golden now that she done left Joe in the dust. So I'm really not understanding where all of this is coming from. You didn't want the man at first. You was rejoicing in the fact that you was no longer up under his thumb and that you didn't want to marry him. But now all of a sudden you're crying all of these tears like Justin Timberlake crying a river to Erica Mena as if she's... And listen, this is another whole thing that I said on Twitter. Erica and her ain't friends. Erica don't owe her a damn thing. She doesn't. Erica is only doing what Erica has been doing ever since she's been on Love and Hip Hop, and that's stirring the pot, being a mean girl, pulling a Evelyn Hozada and a Vershandia O'Neal. So, I mean, don't crucify her now. She been pulling stunts and shows like this. But I still feel like she doesn't owe Sin Santana anything. And I can't feel bad for Sin, because she was the main one who went up here on social media hollering about black men treat Latina women better than they do all natural melanin. So whatever the hell she's getting from Joe, I don't feel bad, feel sorry, or anything of the sort. Y'all, that's really all I got. I ain't got no more to give you. The episode was pretty decent. It was pretty decent. Hopefully it'll pick up even more. I was expecting it to be just amazing all across the board. Every single solitary episode. Like, where is Olivia at? I heard Olivia was supposed to be up here. I heard Samaya was supposed to be up here. Like, where's everybody that's really going to bring something? Like, y'all could have brought Winter back up here. Or Rocky Thunder back up here. Or I can't even think of the other girl name, but the one that got mad at Winter for putting her in that book that won't nobody ever gonna read. I can't think of her name right now, but she got it into it with Erica Mena too. Like, I mean, it's not bad, but I was expecting way more. It's all that I'm saying. But y'all, that's all I got. I ain't got no more to give you. Y'all drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know how y'all felt about this week's episode. Let me know how y'all feel about this season thus far. And I'm going to get up here. I'm going to edit, slice, and splice this up. And I'm going to try to get Love and Hip Hop Miami out to y'all today as well. And until then, I'm going to holler at y'all later. Bye.
I just woke up and I rolled up. I just woke up and I rolled up. And I got my plane ticket. That kush, that be my starter kit.